Here's your field, and here to tell you all about them, ladies and gentlemen, our Gary and Larry Show.
Yeah, Dave, I just want to tell you, I'm real disappointed you didn't get Bobby to tell about the time he threw a cherry bomb in a salad bowl in that restaurant. I was looking forward to that story.
You know, if I'd have had 10 more seconds, I would have asked him how he and Sam Posey get along, you know, off of television, but ran out of time.
Okay, let's get down to business here with the sprint cars. Robbie Stanley and Donnie Adams will occupy row 1. In the second row, Eric Gordon and Tony Stewart. In the third row, Doug Kalitta and Johnny Parsons. Parsons, the second fast qualifier this evening. In row 4, Stevie Reeves and Kenny Irwin. In row 5, on the inside, Mike Bliss, the winner here 1 week ago, and Greg Staab outside. Row 6 will find Mark Alderson and Tony Elliott. In the 7th row, on the inside, Trey House, a heat race winner this evening, and Brett Poole. In row 8, Brett Armstrong and Dave Durnwald. In the 9th row, Bill Rose and Adam Mitchell. And in row 10, Roy Caruthers and Rick Howerton.
Yeah, you know, the GTE $1,000, we just want to mention this GTE frontrunner money goes to Bobby Unser for his fast time there in the Fast Masters. And there's $5,000 on the line tonight from wins for Mark Alderson if he should win this race.
Yes, he won the second heat race, so if he wins $5,000 in the wins challenge. As we're about set to go for 30 laps here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. And there's a look at Alderson right there in the Johnny Vance car, the Aristocrat Products entry. And if he can take home the checkered flag this evening, he comes up with an extra $5,000.
He's got a little ways to go. Back there in that 4th row, though, you got a couple of guys that just barely missed the front spot with Stevie Reeves and Kenny Irwin. Those two guys used to starting right up in front, but they're going to have to come from 7th and 8th tonight. Of course, that 25 car is Butler's car that Stevie Reeves is in, and it's going to be interesting to see how well he moves up. And Kenny Irwin, of course, in that beast car with the 6-cylinder starting right beside him.
Of course, the first 6, the fastest 6 in qualifying, are inverted. However, we lost our fastest qualifier, Jim Keeker, so Johnny Parsons will start outside row 3.
Yes, so that does makes a big difference when you have one of the top guys falling out.
And we're going to ride once again with last week's winner, Mike Bliss, who pulled off the trifecta here at Raceway Park by virtue of a win in a midget race, the Silver Crown race, and a sprint car race last year. It had never been done on the same track in the same season. We could go green this time by. The field now belongs to two-time defending sprint car champion Robbie Stanley. He'll start from the pole in the Hoffman number 69. And here they come off the corner. The green flag flies, and we are underway. And drag race in the front straightaway. And look at Donnie Adams.
Donnie Adams got a great start, and of course the outside groove, even though the pole position is supposed to be the best spot, at this racetrack, that outside groove is really the best spot to start. And Donnie Adams took advantage of it and took the lead going into the first corner.
Donnie Adams is your leader now, and he'll lead the first lap as the number 69 car of Robbie Stanley rides in second. Stewart is now third. Over the tread cam in turn 1.
We're riding along with Mike Bliss now. He's right behind Kenny Irwin, but he's getting past. Looks like right there.
That was number 25. That is Stevie Reeves. Now, once again, Bliss did not qualify particularly well. He had to start back in the 12th position.
Donnie Adams doing a good job. Boy, look how many guys are so close in this field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's about 12 cars, nose to tail, really standing on the gas.
Well, the track record for 30 laps, Eric Gordon set it here last year at just over 10 minutes and 43 seconds. So you can't tarry. You got to go for it right away.
Mike Bliss from that in-car shot, you can see how fast he was in the corner, but he just doesn't seem to have enough muster to get around him right now.
Once again, there's a look at your track record set here a year ago. Down the backstretch, it's still Donnie Adams in that Payless Beast chassis. The Hoffman chassis right behind him with Robbie Stanley going after his 3rd straight USAC sprint car title. And there is young Tony Stewart out of Rushville, Indiana, riding in 3rd position.
I think everybody, Gary, right now is pretty content to run as fast as they can without abusing their tires. You don't see anybody out there sliding around, taking chances, because they know in 30 laps, if you abuse your tire, you're going to go backwards real fast. They're going to wait for somebody else to start making the mistakes and hoping that they can pick them off one at a time when they start abusing their tires a little bit.
Well, a pair of twos are right together on the racetrack in the 3rd and 4th position. The black 2 is Stewart. The white 2, Gordon. Down the backstretch, the top 5 are right together. And there's Parsons in 5th position.
And that was Kalitta, just stuck his nose under Parsons. You can see Donnie Adams. He's starting to get a little loose up there. Look at this shot. Oh, great shot from the Goodyear blimp, looking into turn 1. Man, oh man.
Was headed to the pit area as Roy Caruthers in the Jesse Plummer number 0. Now you can see how sweeping those corners are.
And you can really get an idea of how much momentum you lose shot from the blimp when a car comes off in the corner. Stewart in that black car in third position lost a lot of time getting off of 2 when he pushed the front end a little bit. Really lost 2 or 3 car lengths.
Well, I'm impressed with Donnie Adams right now, the 42-year-old, really showing...
This is the best ride that he's had. This is the best ride we've seen him run here in the last couple of years. But you're seeing him right now. He's getting a little bit loose. Robbie Stanley's trying to get under him right here. Sticks his nose in there, but he doesn't give up. But I think that he's beginning to get the back end just a little bit loose on that race car. Stanley sat back there and wait for that to happen, and then he's going to make his bid for the lead.
Comes off the second corner, but can't make the pass down the backstretch.
Adams got a lot of straightaway speed right there, and he doesn't seem, Stanley in that 69 car in second place doesn't seem to be able to bonsai into the corner any harder than Adams is. So it makes it very difficult to get around him if you can't give him that big slide job move.
The top 6, status quo right now, almost in a single file parade off the corner and down the backstretch.
Well, this is almost like a NASCAR race. We've talked about it before. You got 6 or 7 guys running so close together. You can move around a little bit on the racetrack, but you can't really get that big slingshot. You don't have enough advantage to get a big move and go around somebody at this point.
You see, Parsons looks like he's fallen off the pace just a bit there.
You can see there, Stanley keeps trying. He keeps sticking his nose under him, coming off. And I think the 4 car of Donnie Adams is just a hair loose. He can't get after the throttle quite as fast as Stanley can, so Stanley tries to get around him, but he's not running fast enough right now to make that big move into the corner.
That red car on the bottom is Dave Durnwald. He was given the courtesy move over flag, and he stays to the low side.
Yeah, it looks like Stanley and Adams right now are moving away from the rest of the pack just a little bit. And Adams actually looks like he's pulling away from Stanley just a hair.
Well, now, could Stanley burn up the right front tire trying to get low coming off the corner?
Well, obviously, you can do a lot of things with the tires. The tires are so critical on these race cars. The stagger and everything, you got to have them just right. And when the tire grows, what also might be happening is you build heat in one tire or another. If you put on a brand new tire. Last week, for instance, Tony Stewart had his left rear grow 2 inches. And that made that race car push so bad he couldn't turn it. That's the reason he fell back last week. And he may be having the same problem this week. I don't know.
You mentioned Parsons earlier. He's back there in 5th. In the blue 57, Kalitta in the black 12 is now 6th as the battle continues at the front of the pack. Donnie Adams looking for his first ever USAC sprint car feature win. It could come right here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, but I tell you what, he's got his handful right now in 2-time sprint car champion Robbie Stanley. Then a gap back to 3rd position. The yellow flag is out. Yellow flag is out. A car against the outside wall over in turn 3. That is Tony Elliott. But Elliott continues on around, so this could be a very short yellow flag.
Yeah, he was running so slow, I thought the thing was out of gear, and it might have, in fact, been out of gear, and he might have gotten it back in gear and then continued on around the racetrack.
13 laps are now complete, 17 laps to go, as they will now bunch up behind your leader, and your leader is Donnie Adams in the Payless Foods entry. There's a look at the yellow flag, which slows the proceedings here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Single file down the front stretch.
Okay, this will be a very interesting restart because everybody's going to get a chance to cool their tires, Gary, and it's going to make a big difference. Some cars are going to work a little better. Some cars are going to work a little worse. So it's going to be very, very imperative for a guy like Donnie Adams, who's leading this race, to get a very good restart, because if he doesn't, a guy like, somebody like Robbie Stanley, who's got great experience, he takes advantage of every bobble anybody makes. He could zip right on around him before they ever get to the starting line.
Well, Tony Stewart, of course, has won earlier this season. He won a sprint car feature at the Salem High Bank Speedway in southern Indiana. Also back there in that pack is Eric Gordon, a 3-time sprint car runner-up, right now 2nd in the point standings. And he really has to win a few races this year and have Robbie Stanley drop out if he really has a shot at the championship.
Well, we talked about him running the 25 car last week. He said that thing, look at the Goodyear blimp. That's a beautiful thing up there. But he went home, did a lot of work on that engine, took the heads off his dirt car, changed a lot of other things because he thought that the heads on his dirt car were the same as the one they had on the Christmas car, and he thought it would make him faster, and he's right in the hunt. I mean, he's just as fast as everybody else.
You ever take a ride in the blimp?
No, I never have.
We'll have to work on that for you. Oh, it's fun. It's a great feeling up there.
I don't like high places very well.
Oh, I know. That's right. I forgot about that. You don't even get up on a step ladder, do you?
That's right.
We're about to go green this time by. 13 laps in, 17 laps to go as we ride with the man in 9th position right now. This is Mike Bliss. He won it here last week, and right in front of him is car number 25, and that's Stevie Reeves.
He anticipated. He got on the throttle a little bit quick and caught up with those guys and had to get out of the throttle. Donnie Adams got a great restart. He didn't let anybody get a jump on him. Nice restart by everybody up front. Nobody got an advantage. So it's going to be back to racing as usual. And see what happens to the tires.
Once again, all the tires had a chance to cool off a few degrees anyway as Robbie Stanley looks to the inside. Now, this is the same move he tried earlier. Oh, contact right there, and Robbie just does bounce off the inside wall, and he continues on. A little billiard shot, and the fans are going wild. A 360 bounces off the wall, off the cushion, and
the yellow never even came out. They didn't even throw the yellow flag. He bounced off of that thing. I think it hit straight on and went right on around. He did a good job. That was just a daring move he made on the inside, and just a little contact was made with Donnie Adams.
You know, this is the kind of luck that you talk about what Eric Gordon needs to advance up in the championship shootout. This is the kind of luck that he needs.
Yeah, but through that fracas, look who came out on top. Tony Stewart, who was riding back there in third position, kind of just minding his own business. When the contact was made, they both headed for the inside. He scooted right on around to the outside, and now then he's got a pretty nice little lead there. This kid's a very smart race car driver. We talked about it before, and I'm going to talk about it again. He didn't try anything foolish. He wasn't really running with that lead pack of 2 cars, but when the opportunity came, he took advantage of it.
When we talk about Tony Stewart, we've talked in the past about racing is not just the right foot. It's what's between the brains, and he's used his brain very well in his young career.
Well, that's exactly right. Not that some of these other guys don't, but he was in the right place at the right time, and he took advantage of it. That's what racing is. If you're there all the time, if you're knocking on the door, when that door opens, you take it.
There's the battle back in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. The 3rd car back in this line is Parsons, then it's Kenny Irwin, and then it's Doug Kalitta. A pair of white cars out in front with Donnie Adams and Eric Gordon.
Watch Eric Gordon, the second white car here. He goes in, he tries to diamond off the top of the racetrack and cut in under Donnie Adams. Watch him right here. Look at him coming. No, he wasn't close enough that time, and that's what he's been trying to do. But he's getting loose. Every time he pinches that car off, he gets a little looser, and that's why Johnny Parsons is able to make a move on him right now.
Incidentally, Stanley is back in 12th position, mired back there after that complete 360 and bounce off the wall.
Boy, did you see? That's a nice move by Kenny Irwin on the outside there. That takes a lot of bravery to move on the outside and make a pass like that. He didn't quite pull it off, though.
20 laps complete, 10 laps to go. And once again, your leader is young Tony Stewart out of Rushville, Indiana. Donnie Adams rides in 2nd, the 42-year-old veteran. 3rd is Eric Gordon out of Greenfield, Indiana. Then the veteran 48-year-old Johnny Parsons in the Outback Steakhouse car, number 57. And then young Kenny Irwin to the inside of the Dave Calderwood sprint car.
Kenny Irwin moved to the inside. He couldn't make it stick either. It looks to me like when that 2 car, that second white car there, Eric Gordon, he gets up high, he tries to pinch that car down, he gets the left front tire up in the air, and it unloads that race car a little bit, makes it a little bit wiggly, so he can't actually pull the pass off, because when he pinches it, it pulls that left front up in the air a little bit.
Now you can see the gap between the cars and how much room they actually have to maneuver out there. Sometimes from a distance shot, it looks like they're inches apart, but in fact, they're several feet apart.
And that's Kenny Irwin on the inside, and you can see how wide this racetrack is and the groove that these guys take. That's an excellent shot to show the racing pattern and how these guys run the racetrack. Here we see it again. Watch, everybody's up near the wall. St. Parsons looked to the inside. He couldn't make it. He's going to go to the inside here. This is going to be one of those slide job type things. He can't make it, though. He didn't have enough speed. Watch Kenny Irwin on the outside. He's going to kind of come up there and take that position away, and that's exactly what he does. Great move by Kenny Irwin.
Yeah, look at Parsons on the inside, trying to block Irwin behind Gordon.
See, I think Gordon right now is slowing everybody down. He's a little bit loose with that race car. The back end sliding around a little bit on him. That was a nice move by Kenny Irwin right there. Now then he's going to try to go to the inside of Eric Gordon.
This is lap 25 they're working on. We'll have 5 laps remaining at the conclusion of this circuit. There goes Parsons to the inside of Irwin. Can't make the pass.
There he goes. Gordon got real high right in the middle of the corner. Irwin took advantage of it. Another very nice move.
Irwin up to 3rd now. Let's see if he can close in on Donnie Adams in the white number 4.
Eric Gordon, I think the right rear on that thing's a little bit hot. He's very, very sideways getting through the corner. Look at Reeves. He's joined that group up there in the pack, too. He's running pretty good. Donnie Adams, I think, and Kenny Irwin are both catching Tony Stewart at this point.
Well, they're going by Adam Mitchell right there, a youngster who is getting experience in his first full year of USAC LOCTITE sprint car competition. He's getting a good education out there.
Look at Parsons. He's back up on Kenny Irwin's rear bumper. He's caught that pack again. They're both catching Tony Stewart, though. Look at this, right on the outside. Adams doesn't have enough room, though. But Irwin.
Oh, and Adams loses a position to Kenny Irwin. Irwin now with 3 laps to to go. Does he have enough time to run down Stewart? That's that short wheelbase V6 Beast chassis that we've talked about in the past, but that's the short wheelbase.
We've talked about it before. A lot of people think these shorter wheelbase cars have an advantage. Most of the guys out here don't think so, but they look to be pretty fast. That car there is real fast tonight.
Now, here comes Parsons on the inside of Donnie Adams. Parsons going for third position. He has it. There's the battle up in the front. That's the battle for the lead.
Tony Stewart is driving that race car very strong. Look at Parsons. Now he's underneath Irwin. He's going to give him a snub. Couldn't quite pull it off.
White flag. 1 lap to go. Oh, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Watch and see what happens on this final circuit.
I tell you what, Kenny Irwin's going to give him a big try down here in this next corner. He's setting him up right now. Oh, he got a little bit loose there. It's going to make it very difficult. I think Tony Stewart might have just pulled it off because of that little bobble that Kenny Irwin made. Yep. Great race. Great.
Oh, hang on. Kenny slides. Can he keep it going? No. He spins to a stop, and he is so frustrated with himself as Parsons will take second, but Stewart takes the victory, and there is a very frustrated Kenny Irwin. And the problem is you're frustrated with yourself.
He did such a great job for 29 3/4 laps, and he made one mistake, but he was just trying. I mean, he wanted to win that race, man. That was the only shot he had. He tried to pinch her down off that bank and get in under him, and he just lost the race car. A great drive. The first 5 or 6 guys in this race all did a fantastic job. It was close race.
Now there's the look of frustration right there as we take a look one more time. He takes a shot at it.
He's got enough speed. He tries to pinch it down under him. He just had way too much speed to try to make that pinching move, and when he did, it just came on around. He tried to stay on the gas to keep her going. He just couldn't quite do it.
So he falls to the back of the scoring serial as he takes a ride on the four-wheeler back to the pit area to explain to his dad exactly what happened out there. As we take a look at what happened earlier, as Robby Stanley going for the lead now makes contact with Donnie Adams. He spins all the way around. Here's your billiard shot off the cushion. Boom, right there. It's still running. It's still in gear. Okay.
No
Pulls
yellow
away
flag.
and continues on and dropped back to about 12th or 15th. But there is a look at the young man from Rushville, Indiana. He's about to pull off the skid lid and enjoy the spoils of victory here at Indianapolis Raceway Park as Tony Stewart hangs on to take the 30-lap main event. We'll have a chance to come back and talk to him here in Victory Lane. Don't go away. We're coming back to Raceway Park.
Trying to give you some excitement. How'd we do tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Tony Stewart has just won what he said was one of the more exciting 30-lappers he's ever run. How'd this one rank, buddy?
I tell you what, that was pretty tough. At the beginning, I was watching Donnie and Robbie, and I was just kind of content to stay there, and we really had a push at the beginning of it, and I thought, well, the best thing I can do is just ride it out for now. And then they got together coming off of 4. It was just like they said, after you, and it just went on around and just thought, okay, now run my line and save the tires and make it to the end.
And, of course, at the end, man, you had your hands full again. Talk me through that last couple of laps.
I tell you what, I went into 3 and 4, and I guess it was Kenny Irwin, but, I heard somebody, his car's real bad because it makes it sound like there's somebody right behind you every lap, but I saw Kenny's nose there, and I thought, I got to do something here, so I tried to protect the tires the last 5 laps and just finally had to stick it in there the last couple of laps.
When he came up and took the shot at you, were you comfortable that you had him covered, or did you think he might have enough on the bottom to get around you?
I had a little bit left, but the problem I had is I would get a push, and then it would hook and try to get loose on me, so I tried to stay, where the car liked to run, but if I needed it, I had it there to use. So.
You said the folks down in Charlotte were probably watching tonight. You sure paid off for them, didn't you?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they enjoyed the show. We got to thank LOCTITE and Hoosier Tires, VP Racing Fuels, Stapleton Buick, Hyperco, True Value, all the Sprint Car Series sponsors.
All that excitement, you can still remember that whole list of names. I'm impressed. You've won 2 features now on a couple of tough racetracks. What do you got planned for the rest of the season?
Just keep doing what we did tonight. We got Milwaukee next weekend with the midget and the Silver Crown car, and we're 4th in points in the Silver Crown, so we're going to try to keep the Silver Crown going and do what we did tonight. We're not in the points chase. We go out every night just to win the feature. We don't worry about the points. We go out to win, and we don't want second.
You keep doing what you did tonight. We'll enjoy watching it on ESPN, young man. That was a great show. Tony Stewart has won it, ladies and gentlemen. The other big hero in this one had to be Robbie Stanley. He finished 8th, and he's with Dave Wilson.
Robbie Stanley, now, it wasn't reminiscent so much of the 1985 Danny Sullivan spin and win, but you certainly you gave us a thrill. What was going on?
Well, you know, I was trying real hard to get around Donnie, and I was pacing myself as much as I could. I looked on the scoreboard at the yellow, and there was 13 laps. I thought, well, you know, I got quite a few laps left to go here, and I didn't expect the car to be as strong after the restart as it was after last weekend with, you know, trying to chase Bliss down, and after the restart I wasn't that strong, and it was there, and I thought, well, you know, we might as well start trying to work on Donnie, and you know, he was kind of running a pretty defensive line, which is nothing wrong with that. I don't disagree with that at all, but, you know, he kind of would work down the track. Sometimes it's better to get a bite off that way, and sometimes coming off the corner here, your car wants to drift up a little bit on you, and I think we just kind of had a meeting of race cars, you know, and I think that's just about all that happened there.
So it was just a racing accident. You don't think anything intentional or any driver error?
Oh, purely a racing accident. You know, Donnie was doing a super job leading the race, and I was just trying my hardest. I haven't won a race here yet, and I was trying awful hard to win one, and, you know, we get going pretty good, and all through the night, if you watch through the heat races, even the cars get squirrely down the straightaway with all the horsepower we got, and I think that was just a situation here. The cars they just had a meeting of race cars, you know. We're fortunate it turned out the way it did. I kept going, Donnie kept going. I don't even have any idea what happened to him and up front there because I got busy back in the back trying to keep the car straight. I think we got some tow in the car now, but no harsh words here.
Are you happy with the 8th place? I mean, you did a whale of a job of coming back.
No.
Well, he's not happy at all with the 8th place. There's no doubt about it. But I'll tell you, he's 2-time defending USAC sprint champion, but he doesn't want to just cruise and win. What's your main objective here? You want to win features.
That's, you know, we started the racing season off with the Hoffmans at the beginning of the year, and our primary goal was to win races, and we've done that. We've won 4. We're looking real hard for 5. And we feel we've had 5 or 6 of them won, but that doesn't matter till the checker falls, and tonight we came across in 8th. But we were going for the win. Points mean nothing at this point because we got a good lead, and we win races, we'll have points.
Good sport and a good driver.